Games are really out to copy Fortnite. One example is whoever is working the chat team at Psyonix. Looking like Ninja with the Ligma hate.
Let's start banning all of the Ligma stuff, please. Just start with like a 24-hour ban, and then just go straight to bans.
All jokes aside, games are copying Fortnite. One way is with the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass within Fortnite is probably the best paid DLC to ever release. For only 950 V-Bucks, you receive a leveling system that, according to Epic Games, rewards you with over $250 worth of items, or 25,000 V-Bucks. In other words, you pay $10 for $250 worth of items as long as you play the game. It really is an amazing deal, and it's even more successful. That's why other games are now getting their own versions of this Battle Pass, most notably PUBG. That's right, PUBG, the game that tried suing Fortnite for copying their ideas. Yeah, they took their Battle Pass and made it their own. Now, Rocket League is also getting their own variant of the Battle Pass, and this is called the Rocket Pass. Honestly, I think it is a fantastic idea, and I believe it will make a great addition into the game. Back in June, Psyonix put out a newsletter discussing the Rocket Pass, and from this, we learned a lot about the pass. Recently, Psyonix told us that the pass will release 1 week after the upcoming August update, so this pass will be here in the near future. As I said, in the original post, we learned a lot about this pass, like the fact it does indeed have both a free and a premium track. Some other specifics are just like Fortnite. Just like the way we'll be able to purchase this with keys, just like in Fortnite you purchase it with V-Bucks, in-game currency. Another thing that we learned, which is also just like Fortnite, is that we can earn that in-game currency back through leveling up this pass. This is great news because it means if you complete the pass, you will basically get your money back for it. It pays for itself. Of course, this isn't all we learned. We also learned that the way you level up the pass is just by leveling up your account. Now, I know you Rocketeers out there are probably worried that you're not going to be able to level up your account because you're at max rank. But there's no need to worry, because the August update reworks the entire XP system within Rocket League, and now there are unlimited levels that are all the same length. So don't worry, Rocketeers, you'll be able to get this stuff too. Other things we learned is that it will take about 100 hours of play to complete this, so, that's not too bad. And there are no challenges that will further speed up the progress that you'll be making towards the pass. However, they did say they'd like to add challenges in future passes. They did, however, say that they plan on adding what they call a weekly win bonus. So I can only assume this is a portion of extra XP granted to you either after individual games or in one big chunk after you complete the required amount of games per week to earn this bonus. The only other notable thing in this June post is the fact that they are not certain on the amount of tiers the pass will have. I'm going to assume that the pass will have 100 tiers, however. And if it is 100, and the pass requires 100 hours of play to complete, then it should take about 1 hour of play to level up each level after the August update. In other words, you will be earning about 1 reward every hour if you buy the pass. Now I'm a curious man, and I know curiosity kills the cat and everything, but I had to put a better picture of what was going to go on in this pass. So I decided to compare the items in Fortnite to the items within Rocket League, and I tried to figure out a rough idea of what this pass could end up containing. Keep in mind this is all speculation, but here is what I came up with. First, I counted how many of each item there was in the Battle Pass. Then I matched each individual item in Fortnite to an individual item in Rocket League, with reasoning behind each match, of course. Then I transferred each one of those numbers that I came up with for Fortnite's items over to Rocket League items to see what it would look like in the Rocket Pass. Then I messed with a couple numbers because not everything lined up the way it should, and there were a couple exceptions in items that needed to be changed. Next, I grouped each item into a section. These sections include main items like car bodies, wheels, and goal explosions, secondary items like toppers, antennas, and banners, and extra items like XP boosts and keys. Finally, I had what I believe to be my closest guess on what the Rocket Pass would look like, if it contained 100 tiers, of course. Some numbers seem better than others in terms of opinions on what we should get out of this pass, but this is what I got. So to start this out, we'll start in the extras section. Most notably in this section is the fact that I gave the Rocket Pass a total of 6 less items than the Battle Pass had in this matching section. I did this for 2 reasons. First, the June post stated that there would be keys in the premium version of the Rocket Pass, never stated it in the free. Therefore, I had to eliminate the 2 free drops of currency that the Battle Pass had that the Rocket Pass will not have. And second, the June post also stated that there will be no challenges in the pass. That means I had to remove the 4 paid challenges that come included with Fortnite's Battle Pass. Now that that's out of the way, I can get to what I figure will be in the pass. Now there isn't too much more to discuss. I figure this section I made will include 33 items, 5 XP rewards, 7 XP boosts for your friends, 8 XP boosts for you, and 13 keys in the premium version. There will be no free items out of these sections, it's all premium. This section is pretty simple, there's not much more to talk about. 33 items, split into XP and keys, simple as that. Now on to the secondary items. The second section had a little hiccup in it just like the first one with the missing items. Rocket League and Fortnite's items line up rather well, however Rocket League has one more item type than Fortnite, so in this section I had to make things work. I just split one of the groups of items in Fortnite in half, and I applied the split numbers to 2 items in Rocket League. I put it to the 2 items I found most fitting. I figured this section will include a total of 54 items, 45 being premium and 9 of them being free. These items include 6 titles, 5 paid and 1 free, 6 paint finishes, 5 paid and 1 free, 13 banners, 11 paid and 2 free, 14 antennas, 12 paid, 2 free, and 15 toppers, 12 paid and 3 free. To be honest, there are a lot of secondary items. Way more than I want in my Rocket Pass, if you want me to be honest. But it is the same way in Fortnite. Look at all the sprays. I put the split number I talked about on the titles and the paint finishes. I figured this would be a good fit for them due to titles not being tied to levels are fairly new, so I doubt there will be a lot of them to hand out. And paint finishes, being very rare in the game already, should have been split in half like that anyways. Now for the banners, antennas, and toppers, they are already plentiful within Rocket League, and I expect those to be a filler in the Rocket Pass just as sprays, profile pics, and emoticons are in the Battle Pass. Now moving on to what you really want to know about, the main items. Unsurprisingly, this is where the least amount of items are, and that's kinda meant to be so that they're special and that they hold a bigger place in the Battle Pass. I figure this section of items will total out at 31 total. There will be 24 premium and 7 free. The breakdown of these items will go 2 goal explosions, they will both be premium, 2 mystery tier decals, both will be premium. There will be 3 trails, 2 being free and 1 being paid. There will be 4 car bodies, 3 being paid and 1 being free. 5 boosts, 4 paid, 1 free. And then 5 wheels, 4 paid and 1 free. Then lastly we have 10 decals, 8 paid and then 2 free. I know these numbers seem low, but I think that's rather fair. Maybe except for the number of wheels. That might need to be tuned up. If this turns out to be how the passes, I see a lot of people making an argument that there should be a free goal explosion and a free higher end mystery tier decal. I disagree with this, however. Those are both black market tier items, therefore they should be premium only and no one should get them just for free. It'd be kinda weird for Sonic just to hand out those for free. I figure the mystery tier decals within this Rocket Pass will work like Drift and Ragnarok skins in Fortnite, being the top 2 items within the Battle Pass. Other than that, I believe skins match up with wheels really well. That's why there are only 5, because there are 5 skins other than the 2 main ones that are within the Battle Pass, therefore 5 sets of wheels. Overall, I think this is a pretty fair setup if all this turns out to be true. Maybe they could add the 6 items that I subtracted from the XP section and put them into this main section. There will still be a bunch of items to receive regardless, and I am excited about it. By the time you complete this pass, you will have earned 118 total items, with 102 of those being premium and 16 being free. However, one thing I have been neglecting to mention is that on top of the normal tiers that are in the Rocket Pass, there are also additional pro tiers to complete after the base Rocket Pass has been completed. These pro tiers will reward players with painted variants of the items contained within the Rocket Pass. In other words, you can continue to work on getting these items for a very long time after the first 100 hours. I think the addition of these pro tiers is a major addition that propels this pass to being even better than it even needed to be. With this in mind, the amount of items you will be able to earn from the pass and the amount of different customization options you can get is way above expectations, and it definitely makes this pass worth the 10 keys. Anyways, that about wraps up this rough estimate of what there will be within the Rocket Pass. I will leave my whole chart of all the numbers and the breakdown after the extra. You can look at it there, just pause on it. It won't be long, but you can pause on it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to keep an eye out for Rome's new video coming in a couple days. Peace out.